What up, man? It's your man Jay White, first name, last name. Listen, yo, I promise you this. I'm going to be more consistent. I'm going to come to y'all every week. I promise you. But I be having life, man. I don't got time to come to the studio and come in and talk and kick it and just sit down and just do this. I be busy. Look, I still got my 2025 already locked. Shout out to one of y'all with the TSU. I'm speaking at TSU, man. That's gonna be. I'm speaking at TSU either in February or in March. I'm speaking at Howard University next year as well. I'm speaking at Lincoln University again. I spoke there this year, but I'm speaking there again. I'm speaking at Norfolk State University. Look, man, your boy that with no college degree speaking at universities called me young professor. You hear me? Nah, but I'm excited for it, man, because every university, every high school is now really, really starting to dig their teeth into the entrepreneurship curriculum and the world. So they need to do what? They need to bring in real entrepreneurs that's making an impact, man. I don't really call myself an entrepreneur anymore because I'm a business owner. Entrepreneurs, for me, it feels like you just starting out. It feels like the word entrepreneurship is like I'm kind of gonna leave my 9-to-5 world, but I'm kind of working a business. I've been past that to the, God be the glory, but I'm a business owner. I've been one for many years. So anyway, I'm excited to be speaking at these universities, man. I'm gonna bust it down. But I'm here to talk to you right now about this though. We got any can I see the chat, yo? Can you put that joint up? I don't care if it ain't nobody in here or not. Let me see. I don't know how we're gonna do it. But anyway, it ain't on there for me. Yeah. But look, man, before I get into the thing, I'm still alive though, right? Yeah. Before I get into the thing, look, man, my young fellas back here. What's up? What up? My young fellas back here, man, was talking about Instagram versus Facebook, right? So I told them the real. Facebook, man, you can go over there. Ain't no crazy hoopla over there. Instagram, man, it's all the same over there, man. So take your chances with Facebook, man, and going over there and kick it. We in here. What up, Ashley? How you? You good? Okay, cool. Look, man, check this out. I really want to talk about this. I want to talk about the ups and downs of federal government contracting. There's a lot of times where we talk about I'm gonna tell you me. I talk about the process. I talk about wins. I talk about losses. But I'm gonna talk about the ups and downs of federal government contracting on every level, from starting out to being intermediate to being highly successful. There's ups and downs of federal government contracting. And I am going to read some of these comments from my Instagram, man. So every time y'all hit me on the IG, I'm hitting you back, but I'm going to just respond back in different ways. So there's one comment I'm going to read, says this. Peep this. It says, I really want federal government contracting to change my outlook and change my financial trajectory in 2025. Where do I start? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? Like, some questions, I'd be like, what you mean when you start? You start with, you rocking with me, so start with me. That's the first place you start. But realistically, the first place you start is mentally. You're going to have to let your family members know. You're going to have to let everybody that's close to you know, yo, I'm going to be locked in with this government contracting stuff for a little bit, because the only way to be successful is to stand on consistency. You got to stand on consistency. That's the only way to be successful. Look, I got if y'all don't know, I got a book out there called The Unconventional Path of Success. And my mama called me this morning while I was driving, and she said she was reading some chapters of the book and it motivated her. It inspired her. So I was like, well, what inspired you? What parts, yada, yada. And she kind of went into it, but not really. But I know what pieces inspired her. It was the consistency piece that I talk about in the book. Because When life punched most of y'all in the face, when life punched me in the face, you either two things gonna happen. You gotta react or fall back. And most people fall back. They don't react. They just fall back. That is their reaction. Oh, all right, I don't want to do this. Okay, they say stuff to themselves like the timing ain't right. The timing is always right to be successful. And most of y'all to be 100% scared of success. And you don't even know that you're scared of success. You don't even know that. Like, this what I mean by when you're scared of success. Anybody ever told you that? Or have you ever felt like that? You see something that you can be highly successful at. You have to leave a comfortable nest. Boom. So you leave this comfort zone and this comfort nest, and then you got to come over here where it's cold, rainy, dark, and uncertain. But on the other side of that is success. But to get from here to here is the piece that people scared of. They are literally scared of that. Why y'all think it's only a top 3% of people in the world that's really getting their money's worth out of America? Because the piece from being comfortable to being over here where it's dark, cold, and uncertain, certain people with a mind like me, I don't care about that. I never have. I've been cold. I've been dark. I've been uncertain. So when I got to face it again, who cares? To not follow my dream, right? Watch this. I ain't trying to follow a dream. I'm trying to make sure that my bank account is being full. That's what I'm following. The money. I'm following the breadcrumbs. I'm following success leaves clues. I'm following that. Like, I don't care about being uncomfortable. I don't care about none of that. I don't care even if I had to talk to a gazillion people and most people like, I'm an introvert. How the hell you an introvert all of a sudden when back in the 70s and 80s, nobody ever used that word introvert. Nobody ever used it. What's up, Joe? What's good? Just got my cage code. I'm in there. Let go. So I'm here to really talk about the ups and downs of government contracting, of federal government contracting. And I want you to pay attention to which part that you're in right now. So shout out to I think that's Antonio, right? Can y'all see that? That's Antonio David. Altonio, my bad. Altonio, shout out to you, yo, for getting your cage code. But you on an upward trajectory right now because it took you a minute to get the cage code. You feeling good. Now you ready to start the process and you feeling good. And ain't no downs there. It's right now is all gas, no brakes. Right now, that's what it is. You like, yo, man, I got this cage code. I'm about to do everything Jay White saying. I'm about to lock in. But Altonio, what's going to happen? I'm going to just talk to you real quick. What's going to happen when you don't win a contract in the time frame that you gave yourself? What you going to do? How you going to react? What you going to be saying to yourself? The people that's been talking to you, you going to allow that stuff to seep in? Like, how you going to maneuver? How you going to maneuver through that? Those feelings and those vibes? Because watch this. A lot of people put an unrealistic time frame on their own success. Who the hell knows why y'all do that? I think it should take me 2 months to do this. I think it should take me 5 months to do this. Oh, but let a chick tell you, yo, I want to be married in 5 years. You could be like, oh, no. We shouldn't put time frames on that. It always happens like that. You trick yourself mentally into putting a time frame on success. But when the woman that you with or the man you with want to do something in a timely manner, you always be like, no, we shouldn't do it like that. Watch, check the stats. I'm right. Yeah, you're going to keep going. What's up, U.S. Navy veteran in the building? What's up with you? I was in the Coast Guard for 10 years, if you ain't know. So anyway, Sage said, I'm a little confused when the solicitation says limitation on subcontracting. Okay, tell me what part you confused on. There is limitations. That's the name of the rule. The rule is limitation on subcontracting. The rule isn't no subcontracting. So tell me where you confused at, Sadie. Cooper, and I'm gonna hold you down because you just saying that ain't helping me help you. Tell me which part of that are you confused about, and I got you. Because most people, if you couldn't, okay, watch this. They put a rule on subcontracting because you can do what? You can subcontract everything. But they have to put rules and guidelines in it because you got weirdos and clowns and yahoos that mess it up for everybody. Not paying their subcontractors, making more than they subcontractors, not contributing to the contract in no form, shape, or fashion. Like, so you got people out here that will just blow it. So that rule of limitation on subcontracting was put in federal government contracting back in the late 80s. It was put in place way back then. But tell me which part you confused about, and I'm gonna hold you down. But anyway, until that happens, let me keep going. Yes, I know. Shout out to the Coast Guard. All right, so let me keep going. So my man said he gonna keep going if he don't win a contract in the manner or the time frame that he allotted himself. But mentally, where you gonna be at? That's the ups and downs of a federal government contract that I'm talking about. You got some people, and by some people I mean my students, they'll jump out the window, they'll win a contract in the first 2 weeks. After getting their cage code, boom, they got a contract first 2 weeks. Now, that's an anomaly because then the next 3 months, they don't win a contract. And then guess what they say to me? Jay White, I gotta be doing something wrong. Something isn't right. What's happening? Are they changing this up, changing that up? It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? The same thing you did to win that contract in 2 weeks is the same thing you've been doing for the past 3 months. Now, sometimes people volume can go up and down, right? If 1 month you put in 10 proposals and then the next couple of months you only put in 2 or 3 proposals, you dead in the water just off of your volume. But if you keep your volume consistent and you keep everything else you're doing consistent, look at what you're not doing. Because most people, once they taste success early, they start to go away from the process. They start to put extra stuff in the recipe that ain't talked about or that ain't there. Or they going back to YouTube trying to figure it out all over again and already figured it out, shorty. It be making no sense. So I tell people that hit success very early in federal government contracting, man, stay close to the fire. You don't got it all. You haven't been through every single situation. And when those other or new situations pop up and punch you in the face, I got you. I'm going to be here. I'm going to guide you through it. I'm going to tell you what you should be doing and which way you should be doing it. And then that's it. It's a layup. The most dangerous piece about federal government contracting literally is being complacent. That's the most dangerous piece. And here's what I mean. If you are calling subcontractors and then you don't call them no more, now you're relying on your friends and family. Just dumb. That's just dumb. If you're thoroughly reading the documentation and now you go to skimming through it, that's just dumb. Like you start to get complacent because you feel like, all right, man, I got it all. But even though I'm talking about a topic, the ups and downs of federal government contracting, why y'all got me in on this platform, ask me questions right here. I'm still waiting for Miss Sadie Cooper to type. It's Sadie Cooper. That's a woman's name, right? That ain't no man name, right? All right, I just want to make sure because goodness gracious, Shorty typed slow as hell. She ain't typed nothing since that. I want 2 of my first 4 bidding put in. Then there was a gap between my next one. Just stay with it. There you go. Hey, Joe, let me ask you this. Those first 2 that you won, and then the gap set in before you won your next one, mentally, what were you thinking about? Mentally, what were you going through? So there's 2 things that's happening with you, Joe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. You won 2, then you got a gap. But those 2 that you won, you got to manage those. So you're managing the 2 that you won, and you feeling good. You're on a little bit of a high and a hot streak. So because you went 2 for 4. That's 50%. All right, so you're on a little bit of a hot streak, and now you got a gap and hadn't won one in between that. Mentally, how are you getting through it? How are you handling it? Like what's going through your mind? And hell, quite frankly, like how were you able to keep going after you won those 2? Sadie said, got jokes. I got plenty of them. All right. Sade, pronounced like the singer. Oh, Sade. All right, I got you. All right, Sade, I got you. So I seen where it said in a contract where subcontracting would count towards the prime contractor's 50%. Subcontract amount that cannot be exceeded. All right, I got you. So here's what that means. If the solicitation calls for the prime contractor to do 50% of the total value of the work, then that's what you're going to do with the way I teach federal government contracting. Because here we go. Number 1, ask yourself this. Is all work physical work on a contract? Boom. Just answer that on your own. Is all work physical work on a contract? See, this is what these yahoos be saying. Oh, you can't do. These are these clowns on YouTube be saying that they will never invite me on the show to sit down beside them. They got all this to say, saying my name, not saying my name, but won't invite me to sit right beside them. Like, let me sit beside you, yo, so I can tell your bald head ass this how you do it. All right, anyway. All right, so is all work physical work on the contract? Once you answer that question, which the answer is no, then you got physical work on the contract, and then you got what type of work on the contract? Administrative work on the contract. Somebody got to do it. Somebody has to do something. And because you're not doing the physical work in the way that I teach federal government contracting, you're going to do the administrative work that always, from the now to before me to the end of time, will always equal 50% of the value worked on the contract every single time. Every single time. So that's it. I almost got complacent because I thought that it was that easy. You still got to work. Exactly, Joe. Now, it's easy, but the word easy is relative because just as it becomes super easy, it can also become super difficult if you're not continuously working, if you're not continuously putting in the work and understand what high level consistency is. High level consistency. That I think a lot of people think if they touching it here and there, that's consistency. No. How you think I got 42 contracts that's active just off of being like, I can consistently say the number 42 because as some of my contracts drop, I continuously be awarded contracts. So if I go down to 36, am I tripping? If I go down to 30 contracts, am I tripping? Because just like I can go down to 30 contracts, I can get awarded another 12 to get me back to 42. From 42, I can get awarded another 8 to get me to 50. 50 active federal government contracts that are ongoing and also that are residual, which means they're paying me out month after month after month. Now, here's one of the downs of federal government contracting that I want to quickly discuss that's happening to me personally. I got an email today. It says, "Dear Mr. White, your modification, which means my contract has been approved for another option year, your modification on contract number such and such, yada, 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 you don't need to know that, has been decreased in financial gain." Do you know what that means? They taking my bread from here down to here. That happens periodically. That's one of the downs of federal government contracting. Now, check this out. My profit that I got awarded the federal government contracting is embedded into my subcontractor's quotes. So when his bread go down, my bread automatically does what? Go down. So if it, just for easy math, if the total value per month is $1,000, and then they say, yo, we gonna renew your contract for the next year, but we're gonna decrease you. We're gonna go from $1,000 down to 800. Now, out of that thousand, let's say originally I was getting $400. I was getting 400, myself was getting 600. So now if it go from 1,000 down to $800, am I still going to get $400? And because that means my sub isn't gonna get there. What they still, out of 800, they still get 600. But am I gonna go down to 2, or am I gonna be like, all right, man, look, check this out. The government decreased the bread, so I'm only getting $200, so I'm gonna raise mine to 4, and then I'm gonna give you 4, so we 50-50. Am I gonna do that? Yes or no? I just want to hear what y'all thinking. Will I do that? Yes or no? Now, my contract I just read y'all an email from yesterday. That's an email I received yesterday about them decreasing my money going into an option year. Now, also, I want to explain to you, it is an option, which means I can do what? I can be like, hell no, I'm good. I decline. I don't want it. I can decline the option because it is an option year. But will I decline the option? Hell no. I'm going to get the option. Why? Because that's still bread residually coming in, and I can continuously come on YouTube and talk to y'all. Versus I'd be like, hey, man, it's been real. I can't do the YouTube show no more because I got to go get a job. You know what I'm saying? Which it ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do what I got to do, man. I don't care. But I'm never going to get rid of a contract because they decreasing the funds. Now, Sade said no. Antonio said no. It's still a win. It's still a win, shorty. If it's, watch this. How many people, you can just put a fire emoji for this, or you can just put a 1. I don't care. Just let me know you hear it when I say this. How many people on this joint right now, or that's going to listen to the replay, can use just an extra $80 a month? Just $80 for something you ain't doing. Just $80. It comes to your bank account like clockwork every month. 80. Because what's going to happen is your lifestyle, even though $80, somebody like, man, there ain't no damn money, Jay White. Okay, cool. Give it to me then. If it ain't no damn money, give it to me. Because what's going to happen is that $80, your lifestyle going to start to depend on that $80 coming in consistently. Like this. Bop, bop, bop. And then once that $80 gets removed and you ain't feeling no more, I bet you be like, damn, you know what he talking about. Too easy. On a lease for office, where would I add my fee at? Devon Johnson, where would you add your fee at on a lease? Where you think you would add it at, cuz? And I'm being so serious. Like, where you think you added at? Excuse me. On every leasing contract or solicitation, there's a price per square footage. Right? So let's just, for easy math, let's do this. Hey, I appreciate you, Antonio, Sade, and Byron 23. Y'all the only one, y'all with me. Y'all the only ones that want the $80 a month. I'm with y'all. It's us four getting $80 a month while everybody else still trying to figure out they Christmas. Or where they gonna get extra gas from. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what? I always wanted to go on a trip. Or I always wanted woo, yada, yada, yada. That $80 build up. See, you can't get into federal government contracting to get rich. That's the wrong mindset. I'm getting in the government contract. I'm going to be rich. No, get in it to learn the process, and get residual income, because residual income comes in all different dollar amounts. And I just threw out a joint for $80. All right, so hey, look, this how you do it. Every warehouse has, or every leasing contract has a price per square footage. So for easy math, let's just say it's 1,000 square foot building. They want $1 per square foot. You'll put your money into where that dollar is per square foot, and you times that times 1,000, and that's what the lease is per month. That's how you do that. How many contracts should you work on a month starting out? Starting out per month, you should work whatever it is that you can consistently do every month. So here's a case in point. If you start out working 10 and then the next month you work 4, 10 ain't your number. So don't ever work 10 again. If you start out working 4 and then the next month you work 4 again, then 4 is your number. So you can consistently work 4. Whichever solicitations whichever number you can work consistently for a 12-month period, that's what number you work. So for me and my team, our number is 10, because at the end of the year, through the 7 companies that we have in SAM.gov, that's 120 proposals submitted per company. All right. So we do 10 per month per company, and that equals our 120 proposals submitted per year. All right. So my man said $80 a month is my cell phone bill. Of course, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, listen, yo, I'm not a dude that's gonna be like, I don't know. I'm just not a lifestyle showing guy. Like, I don't like to show my lifestyle. I don't like to show what my house look like, what my car look like. I'll show y'all what my cell phone look like. Look, it's an iPhone something. I don't even know. It worked. You can call me on it. You can FaceTime me on it. It ain't all cracked up. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll show y'all that. I'll show y'all my sneakers and stuff like that. But other than that, my house, my cars, the stuff that I built through federal government contract, I don't want to send the wrong message. You know what I mean? I want to send a message of learn this process, and in learning the process, winning federal government contracts will take care of itself. It always will. But if you don't learn the process and you get all excited over what you see off the internet, man, I could rent a house. I could rent a Lambo and ride through it and ride with it and take a video. I could rent the Ghost. I could rent the Wraith. I could rent this stuff. I could rent a Porsche and then drive around in it and be like, look, you can have this too. If you like, that's corny, yo. Shout out to the people that do it. I just ain't corny like that. So I don't show that type of stuff. I think while I'm talking about this $80 per month and the value in it, because people can fathom $80 a month. You can fathom that. Most people can't fathom instantly getting $100,000 per month in a bank account out of nowhere, and most people don't even make $100,000 a year. So I like to talk about numbers that people can easily understand and break down and have their mission towards it, because I don't believe in goals, so I call them mission. My biggest issue is I have been having lately is not getting quotes back from the subcontractor. Any advice in that area will be very helpful. Thanks. Yeah, man, you got to watch what you're saying to these people. You got to watch what you're saying. I don't know you, right? So, man, hey, fellas, we got to get that call-in feature going. You feel me? Because if we had a call-in feature today, I could put the number on the screen, he could call, and I could hear what he's saying. Because if he's sounding corny, nobody fooling with you. Watch this. A lot of people think when you call in subcontractors and you put on your corporate voice. I don't even have one of them damn corporate voices. Y'all know how y'all switch up. You talk black, and then next thing you know, you're talking corporate. I don't have a corporate voice. Be yourself. They subcontractors, but they still what? They still humans. So you got to talk to them with the human-to-human interaction. And if you're not doing that, you already blew it. Also, too, man, if you giving them every single thing over the phone, why in the world do I need to give you a quote? I'm going to just go do it myself. So hopefully, Mrs. Johnson, man, you take that advice. And then if you need more, fam, look, jump on the Wednesday night Zoom calls. Everybody can gain access to the Wednesday night Zoom calls that I have every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I dive into these questions that people have about the course, about their process, and even just confidence building. Go to the website, thefederalcode.com. You can get it when you get access to the Wednesday night Zoom calls when you get the course. Because I don't need nobody not having a course, not knowing what the hell I'm talking about. Got out of the course. Then when you got the course, you in on my Wednesday night Zoom calls and I'm busting it down. But I'm always do a platform like this for people that don't have the course so I can still answer questions. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. My birthday, December the 24th. Yo, this year, Christmas Eve, I'm going to do something special for the course. Shout out to everybody that came to the workshop. That was phenomenal. That was dope. If you in Houston, no, my bad. If you in Atlanta this coming weekend, 15th and 16th of December, try to pull up on me, man. I'm doing something special with the big homie Ash Cash. It's going to be popping. Other than that, man, go to the website and go to my Instagram. And if you need me, hit me up.